And we are uncovering new developments tonight in the scandal you saw breaking right here on 7 Action News tonight at 7.
Detroit City Council's new president pro tem, George Cushingberry Jr., pulled over by police. And what happened during that stop triggered an internal investigation.
Yeah, tonight sources tell us he nearly hit a police car Tuesday night. And when they caught up with him, they say they smelled alcohol and marijuana, then discovered booze and pot in the car.
We're told a supervisor was called to the scene, but instead of getting arrested, the councilman was only given a ticket for a traffic-related offense and then let go. 7 Action News reporter Ronnie Dahl spent the night chasing down the brand new councilman, and she's live on the west side where she caught up with him. Ronnie.
Yeah, let's just start off by saying there are two sides to every story, and the president pro tem, you have your own side to this story. First off, we want to say that this happened outside the Penthouse Lounge, but this is not a strip club.
That's correct.
So you were leaving here. Explain to us what happened.
I was coming out after having dinner. I made a left turn. And as I was heading down, I was pulled over by the police. And I was wondering why I was pulling over, so I pulled over. I didn't hear him until I got a little further when I saw the lights. I was asked, I turned the car off. I got scared. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm like, I wait 10 minutes and nobody comes. I turn the car back on. He jumps out of the car and he tells me that I was trying to get away in my old Buick, outrunning a police scout car.
So there was no police chase?
There was no police chase. From here to the house, I stopped. And I guess I was grabbed out of the car. They put my passenger, Richard Clement, who was a medical marijuana patient, who did have marijuana on him, but not me. And the fact is they grabbed both of us and handcuffed us to the back of the car in the 10 below zero weather, as if we were some kind of criminals. And I held up my city council ID and put my driver's license on the top of the car to let them know I'm no criminal. Wait, I'm not a guy that you have to fear.
Were you guys smoking marijuana in the car?
No, but it was loud. He had it on his belt that he wears on his person. So it was anybody would smell it. But the point is that I wasn't doing anything wrong. He said I failed to signal, but if you're coming out of the penthouse and you turn left, there's no way to signal because there's nobody in front or in the back of you. So there would be no way for him to see my left signal anyway when I turned. I was going slow, so if there was anybody that almost hit anybody, it was him because I was going slow in the inclement weather.
Okay, so let's talk about the issue of alcohol. Did you have any alcohol?
No, there was no alcohol or open alcohol. They found an old bottle, and the reason the patrol supervisor let me go was because it was empty, and it hadn't been consumed in over a week. It was just there. It was one of the things that I hadn't cleaned out of my dirty back end, if you see the back of my car. It was from an earlier event that I had been to almost a week before.
So let me ask you this, were you guys drinking that night?
We had a drink inside of the penthouse as well as dinner.
Could you have been considered legally drunk?
No way.
Intoxicated at all?
No, because they had 9 cops come and talk to me. They knew I wasn't drunk. They didn't give me a sobriety test. They didn't give me any kind of test. They asked me complicated questions, and that's why the supervisor let me go, because he asked me a complicated question of which I answered. So no, there was not the consumption of alcohol that would be anywhere close to the limit, and that's why he didn't ask me to take a sobriety test.
So all of this is kind of blown out of proportion.
Way out of proportion, and I think it's because I've been shaking up so many things, and it's again a part of what I call the driving while black syndrome amongst these white cops in Detroit who pick on people with old cars.
Okay, I'm going to have to let you go ahead and wrap it up there, but we thank you so much for coming out here in the snow and joining us live and talking to us and giving us your side of the story. But for now, Stephen, we want to go ahead and send it back to you. We know. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
And Ronnie, there is an internal investigation at the police department right now, right?
Yes, DPD has launched an internal investigation to look into the supervisor's actions, and that is ongoing right now.
All right. As you say, there are 2 sides of the story, and often there are 3 sides. Thank you very much for the report. We'll stay on top of it.